You
or
have
they ran
there
concurrently?
is a very profound issue which relates, among other things, to the very nature of Buddhism and its essence. Again, it relates to your concept of life here on earth and your non-belief in the life afterwards. To a degree, if you are a Buddhist of the modern times, then they don't believe in God. Those who believe,
not in a form.
that's right, yes. Those who believe, they believe in deities, they believe in plurality of Godhead, because that is how God is practiced in Tibet, in most places. So there is a great dilemma about Buddhism, what it is, what is the nature of Buddhism. Fortunately, I am in a position now to answer all the relevant questions because I have made a deep research into the origin of Buddhism, into the behavior of its slow, gradual development and the direction it took, and also on the identity of Buddha. What identity can we attribute to him? Now, different Buddhists at different stages of history have been attributing different identities to Buddha. Tripitaka is a very sure proof of what I am telling you. Different inferences were drawn at different times, and most of those inferences were wrong. The only inference about Buddha's personality with which I agree fully was the inference of Ashoka. Ashoka was the most faithful, loyal servant of Buddha. And his empire is an evidence in favor of what I am saying, because he appeared around 300 years after Buddha. And during those 300 years, whatever changes had taken in the society, he must have been guided by God, Ashoka, to understand what Buddha was. So all over the rocks and stupas, what he has inscribed is that he was a messenger of God, not a God himself. He was not godless. And this message was spread across Afghanistan and elsewhere, wherever this empire extended. There is absolutely positive assertion that Buddha was sent by God. He was neither God nor a godless person. His being a godless person is also denied. So his position, as we understand the position of prophets of Allah and the messengers of Allah, exactly tallies with that if you study the writings of Ashoka with greater depth and more attention. But what supports it further is the Buddhist record, which is described to be contained in baskets. And in many of these baskets, although things are said which are contrary to the reality of Buddha, yet there are definite confessions in those baskets that Buddha believed in God, believed in the world to come, believed that he had come from God, and believed that he would return to him, and believed that he also lived here while on earth with God. So this is exactly the concept of the Holy Quran. You come from God and return to him, but you can only return to him in spirit if you live with him while here on earth. Now, I do not see the slightest difference in Buddha's teaching as regards to this three-phased assertion.
Excuse me.
Sorry, yeah.
I think your wording is put in a different form, but I understand the concept
That's right.
of that you're explaining.